Really, guys? I got 2 people at full health standing behind me. You didn't see Caitlyn bitch out, but Heimer? This dude's fucking standing over here while the fight, like, oh no, whoa, what'll happen? Am I really gonna, like, demote out of Masters on games like this? But that's the thing, they're shitty KDA players because I'm frontlining for them. I'm the one taking the risk for that play, and they're not even trying to get kills on it, you know? Like, I'm giving them a free opportunity to go for kills, and they're just going, nah. Okay, I guess this is just the game. I'm just not going for any more plays. I will literally, I guess, just stand here and do absolutely fucking nothing until the game is over, like these people.
People funky, people copy passive teams are the worst thing ever. #B.
Okay, I guess. Did anyone else like there, by the way? Did anyone else like that my full 3rd Q crit with my ult with stacked Conqueror did the same damage as Karma's shield? Please buff Black Cleaver, Riot. Please fucking buff Black Cleaver. Please, Riot. Please. It is so pathetic how shit your damage becomes if you go Black Cleaver instead of Trinity. And I'm not saying Trinity is great. I'm just saying, like, holy shit, Riot. If I farm up that many items, right? If I farm up 3,500 gold with a 3,000 gold item, if I have 6,500 gold, I should be able to deal damage and hurt people. I shouldn't not deal damage and not hurt people. I think the death stance changes are interesting. The biggest problem I have with them is removing even more damage from bruisers is probably going to be a shitty decision. The way I'm looking at it, they're probably going to reduce the damage to 50 before release. So it'll be 50 damage, 30 armor, 30 magic resist. That'll mean with death stance and with Black Cleaver, you'll only have 90 damage, which is how much damage someone will have if they go Ravenous Hydra with a longsword. And you can say, oh, but you have armor and magic resist and health, but you just don't deal enough damage as as a bruiser that goes Black Cleaver. The thing about Trinity is Trinity's got 2 ways of scaling your damage. It's got attack speed, and it's got the flat damage, the on hit, which scales with your passive damage, which obviously goes up each level. Black Cleaver, sure, it does scale how much armor it shreds per level, but not enough. No, dude, don't go Trinity on Aatrox. I'm just saying the champions that have to go Black Cleaver, instead of Trinity fall off very hard. And Aatrox is notoriously bad at this because Aatrox actually doesn't really have good AD ratios. With 1.2 AD on his first swing crit, 1.5 AD on his second crit, and 1.8 on his third swing crit. That's not really that much damage, especially when you consider that if you miss any of them, or if you get flashed, that your damage just falls off like a motherfucker. The thing Riven has going for her, the thing that differentiates Riven, is that Riven's AD ratios are actually insanely high, and a lot of people don't know this. If Riven presses Q, then auto attacks, that's 1.0 AD, plus 0.5 AD, plus 0.65 AD. A Q auto is 2.15 AD. If Riven presses Q auto, that does about the same damage as Aatrox's entire Q chain, critting every single attack. Now you might say, oh, but Hashinshin, if you auto attack during the Q chain, sure, but then factor in the third auto attack, and all of a sudden you're getting 4.5 AD purely on your 3 auto attacks, and then you're getting 6.45 AD on Riven's QQQ with 3 autos in there. Aatrox gets 4.5 on critting every single Q and autoing twice. So it's not, in my opinion, Riven's massive AD ratios helps keeps her fair, but truthfully, I feel like even Riven doesn't scale well enough. I don't think any bruiser scales well enough right now. I think that's your biggest issue. And I think they are buffing some things which are nice. Titanic Hydra has needed a buff since release. When they originally nerfed it, it didn't used to be 50 damage and they nerfed it to like 40 for absolutely no fucking reason. Like, it wasn't good, and then they nerfed it just because Fiora was broken and they didn't want to admit that it was Fiora. They blamed Titanic Hydra for it. I think Titanic Hydra has needed a buff since it got released. It's really only good on Jax and Irelia. And even then, I feel like it's really only good on Jax. I think Jax is like the only champion who, when I buy Titanic Hydra, I'm like, yes, Titanic Hydra. Sometimes Kled, but a lot of times when I'm building it on Kled, it's more like, yay, I have an extra auto attack. It's not like, yeah, fuck yeah, I just built a 3,005. Like, that's, I keep saying this, that's the real problem with bruiser items. If you build these big expensive items on other champion classes, it's like, fuck yeah. If you build Infinity Edge, fuck yeah. Stormrazor, fuck yeah. Bloodthirster, fuck yeah. If you build Titanic Hydra, which is 3,500 gold, which is more expensive than any of the items I just mentioned except Bloodthirster, it goes like, yeah, I built Titanic Hydra. Yay. Whoopee. It's completed now. I did it. Yay for me. Shen getting Titanic is a super strong spike. Even then, not really. Like, do you really feel on Shen like you completed a 3,500 gold item? It feels like you completed like a 3,000 gold item. Like, yeah, you completed an item, you've got a power spike, but is it the same as, say, getting death cap on Evelyn? Evelyn gets death cap and she's like, oh good, now I no longer even need to proc my charm. How many times, let me ask you this question, Twitch chatters. How many times have you been playing an AD carry? How many times have you been playing AD carry and you fight Evelyn and she gets death cap? What does she do? She literally just runs up to you in stealth and then just presses, I don't fucking know what Evelyn's combo is. I think it's like E. It's like Q, E, Q, 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 and you're just dead. Like, she doesn't need a proc charm. You're just dead instantly. And now notice that death cap is only 100 more gold than Titanic Hydra. And you might say, oh, well, death cap doesn't give health. Well, no, not directly, but death cap gives a shitload of ability power. And how many different things does ability power do? Does it give health? Or does it give health? No, not directly, sure. But let's say you're playing Rumble, it buffs up your shield. How much does it buff up your shield? Well, 140 base, which then gets 40% more of that. Let's say it gives you about 200 AP. So it buffs up your shield by 100 or 150. So actually, it does, in a way. The problem, okay, so this is what a lot of people don't know about Shen. People think Shen doesn't get damage from Titanic Hydra, and that's unfair. But I want you to stop and think about that for a second. Shen doesn't get damage from Titanic Hydra, so it's unfair. Shen should have AD ratios. How many of you guys think that? Shen should get AD ratios, so Titanic Hydra makes more sense on him, right? But actually, Shen's E has a health ratio, and because his E has a health ratio, it actually does get damage from Titanic Hydra, about 70. So it's about a 1.5 AD ratio, effectively, if you look at it that way. So a lot of the Shen people who think he should get an AD ratio don't realize that he actually does get damage from Titanic Hydra. And him having a damage ratio would just push him into building stuff like Steric's Gauge. And I don't think you would have a lot of fun if somebody built Steric's Gauge on Shen. Like, let's say you're fighting Shen and you're a bruiser, right? And Shen goes Titanic Hydra, Thornmail, Steric's Gauge. Yeah, that wouldn't be too great, I don't think. Because, like, imagine, okay, so he doesn't have MR, but imagine he can, like, build one defensive item against whatever class you are, and then just double that back with a Steric's Gauge or something. And, okay, Steric's Gauge is kind of shitty, sure. Personally, I don't find champions that can't build cooldown reduction very fun. Mord and Shen both kind of aren't the most fun because they don't build cooldown reduction, which means they often just sit there and right click you, which kind of becomes boring. Why is Steric's shitty? Because it's 3,200 gold. When you compare that to the other defensive items, like Zanya's Hourglass, Phantom Dancer, Zanya's is 300 cheaper, Phantom Dancer is 600 cheaper. Zanya's is probably stronger. Dude, I really fucking hate the brush cheese. Can we, like, actually remove Tri-Brush, but, like, not even trying to be funny? I actually think brush cheesing is so lame. It's actually so lame. I don't know why it's a thing. Like, there's so many shitty aspects to playing top lane. My passive went off but didn't heal me because it didn't get used. I don't find that a fun bug. I don't think I can take him. He's got double buff and he's got an ally coming. Oh, he's going for that. Okay. He 1v2'd because my passive didn't get used. I kind of expected my passive to get used, you know? And I was like, oh, I'll get a good heal off that. Like, I got Conqueror and everything stacked up, and then it didn't. And I know that bug happens. I know it does. I fucking know that bug happens. Do you guys see they're buffing the AP ratio of Lissandra's Q? I have an idea. What if, like, we didn't? What if we just admit that Lissandra was a shitty design that shouldn't exist? That she was just another one of these champions that was designed to fuck over melee top laners who had to get nerfed because she fucked over melee top laners? I don't know why Riot designs champions to fuck over melee top laners, and then when they do, they're like, oh, there's no way we could have seen this. Yeah, we all saw this coming. We saw this coming the last 90 times you guys tried this. Shockingly, trying to fuck over melee top laners is like trying to fuck over 80 carries. It's probably not something you should be doing, you know? You shouldn't design champions to fuck over an entire half of the champion roster, you know? It appears my internet reset or something. I'm not really sure. Okay. You got me, buddy. How much weaker is Teemo compared to Vayne and Quinn top? The issue is Vayne and Quinn scale so much better. Why would you pick Teemo ever? Really? Think I would just let you walk up and pull me like that? Oh, okay. Guess I should have W'd him. Didn't think he'd be able to use every single ability, even after I was out of range. You can go top? Yeah, what? Do it. Who gives a shit, dude? The game's over. Some people need to realize when they can stop pretending that the game is still going on. Like, if you're that far ahead on Vayne, just run it down. No one gives a shit. Like, it's not a game anymore. Like, it's been over for quite some time. Do I... Yeah, fuck it, let's go for it. I know Vayne's gonna 1v9. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's over. Like, this isn't a game anymore. It's over. Yeah, the irony of Vayne is that some of the best champions to beat Vayne are tanks. It sounds dumb, but it's not when you actually think about it. Like, what better way to beat Vayne than to be, say, Maokai? Oh, Quinn. Did she really do 800 damage there? Holy shit. You think Gnar does a lot of damage? Dude, Kiana literally just did 800 in an instant. Half my health just gone. Tanks are not mages? Okay, let me ask you this question. What do you think is one of the best ways to stop Vayne from playing League of Legends? What do you think is one of the best ways to just totally shut her down? Anyone, any 80 carry players want me to comment here? Who do you have better difficulty with? Literally any bruiser in the game, Jax included, or Maokai. Now I might be saying, Hashinshin, why Maokai? Teamfight starts, Maokai uses, I don't know, something. He uses something to get into range, right? It could be an item, it could be a champion, it could be flash. Maokai presses W on you. What do you do as Vayne? Oh, I guess I'll die. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna outplay it? With Jax, it can be Counter-Strike, right? But you still have counterplay to Counter-Strike. You can still like Q to stealth and try to like dodge it or something. Maokai, you Q to stealth, he runs back at you. It just does a fucking 180, just oh, we're going over here now. Go invisible and hide. You have to press Q to go invisible. You know what you can't do when Maokai presses W on you? QSS it. Guys, if your answer to how to beat Maokai's Vayne is to buy QSS, I think I've proven my point. I believe I've proven my point. This guy like really hates. Holy shit, dude. Get a grip. Like Vayne and E would be balanced if they weren't allowed to buy Rage Blade. I think they would be balanced if Rage Blade didn't exist. Truthfully, I don't know why Rageblade was considered cancer and toxic design when bruisers built it, but then when AD carries started to build it, they were like, oh, wait, this is now the best designed item ever. We didn't see it, but now we do. This is actually an amazingly designed item now that AD carries are building it. They're like Eric Cartman, aren't they? This item is terrible. I don't like it at all. It's terrible design. But Eric, you're using it now. Oh, I mean, it's the greatest item ever made. I didn't see it till now. Right? I mean, that's kind of my exact point, though, is that, like, Rageblade was considered terrible design and kept getting reworked. But the second the motherfucking AD carries built it, dude, Riot was like, oh no, this is great design now. We love it. What the fuck? We love Rageblade now. See, that's why I don't get when people say, oh, Hashinshin, you're always complaining. No shit, because I play the worst fucking class every fucking season. Seriously, have you ever noticed a pattern that every single time Worlds comes around, every single time money is on the line, every single time, all of a sudden bruisers go bye-bye, and there's like maybe 1 or 2 viable bruisers? Am I really Diamond 1? When did I even get demoted? Wait, now I'm back in Masters. Yay, I did it! Ha! Outplayed. ADCs are just as useless as top this season, though. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're fucking not. By the way, all the junglers quitting the ADC challenge. Oh, I'm sorry. How many people tried the top challenge? I think Nightblue tried the top challenge once and ended up quitting it after like 5 games. Like 5 games, and he was like, no. They're like, Nightblue, why don't you want to play it? And he was like, no! Don't make me go back!